YouTube? I'm back, Spark of Primus here, and here's my third video review. Gonna be doing something a little more fun today. I recently, actually just today, went to Toys R Us and I found Cyberverse figures. And 4 of them. So I'm gonna be doing all 4 of them at once today, just for a little bit of fun. So, gonna start off with Bumblebee. Comes with this little weapon. It's modeled after his weapon in the show. And it's clear red plastic, sort of like an Energon weapon is what they're going for with the look here. But it's like, I don't know, it's kind of, the plastic they use for it is that really nasty rubbery plastic. I can kind of see why, but at the same time I don't understand why. But it looks alright. I mean, assuming the plastic doesn't warp or anything, but it's a cool little gun, and you got this little hole there so you can combine multiple weapons together, like so. And I believe once you get all of the different weapon types, they'll combine into one big weapon, because as you can see here, for this blade here, it's got multiple spots for weapons to combine on. Anyway, so that's the weapon, and there's the car mode for Bumblebee. Really nice looking considering it's Legend scale, and I'm sorry, Legion scale. Not much detail on the back there, no window or anything, but sides and the front, paint's really nice. Alright, and transforming this guy, of course, for any Legend scale figure, it's pretty easy. Gonna bring out his arms, bring his legs down. Actually, we're going to bring his, if he wants to cooperate, his arms swing in like this. And we're going to bring his chest down, reveal his head, swing his arms down. And then we're going to swing down his feet, separate his legs, and Bumblebee. He looks pretty nice. He's the least best looking. Sorry, trying to find some words here. He is not the best looking of the set, but he still looks alright. As far as articulation goes, he ain't got much. I mean, his feet move, and you can swing his elbow or his shoulders around, but that's it. As far as his weapon goes, you can hold it here, or to be kind of show accurate, you can stick it in there on his forearm there, but not much articulation on Bumblebee. Now, next, let's go to Ratchet. There's Ratchet's vehicle mode. He comes with a blade, just like Cliff Jumper. I'll show you Cliff Jumper in a minute. It comes with a blade. And it's pretty cool. Be nice to have 2 of them on the one character so he can have both of his blades like he did in the show, but I guess that's what the deluxe release will be for. And transform him. We're going to bring his legs down, get them out of the way like that. His feet kind of fold out like that, and then pop out his shoulders like so. And there's Ratchet. And stick his little blade on his arm there. Or if you want, you can hold it like a sword. Now Ratchet's my favorite of the crew. He's just really cool looking. He's got some nice paint detail on his chest. My only complaint with him really is that there's no mouth even molded on, but I guess I can look past that due to the scale, and there's no eyes painted on, which I don't understand why they would skip something like that, even if it is a small little guy. But there's Ratchet refusing to stand. Anyway, there's Ratchet, and now let's move on to the Decepticon of the crew, Viacon. His gun's pretty sweet. I don't know what this is for here, but I guess once you see the rest of the weapons together, it'll make a little more sense. But there's his gun there. Car mode. Looks like the Batmobile, of course. It's pretty sweet looking. Not much for paint detail on this thing, but you can look past it. It's a cool looking car. And transforming him, we are not going to pop his legs off. That's not what you want to do when you transform him. Anyway, bring his arms out, and then his chest folds forward, and you swing his head out from inside there, like so. Bring it back up, and Viacon is transformed. Really nice little guy. Kind of has a little hunchback look going on with the way his head forms, but that's a minor nitpick, as with anything. And as always, he can hold his gun here, or what I like to do for him still is to have it pegged into the side of his arm there. Sort of give it the look like his arm is turning into the gun, like in the show. He's a cool little guy, though. I can't wait to get like 15 or 20 of these to build up my army of Viacons. He's got some knee articulation there. Nothing on his arms, though. There's Viacon. Now, saved Cliff Jumper for last. Mainly because he's my favorite one so far. He's just a really cool guy. And there's the sword blade thing you saw with Ratchet. Don't really need to go into much detail with that, but Cliff Jumper, he's that car. Really nice looking. Got some nice paint apps on. They even painted the back on this one. And right there, which you'll see later, is the chest when it forms the robot. Nice, tiny little car. I really like it. Now, transforming him. Separate these apart. They're going to swing down and form his legs. And look, oh, whoa, there's his head. And then we're going to bring these out here, swing these up and out to form his arms. Now this you gotta kind of be careful with, because since it's so small, the ball joints are kind of picky and they will pop off. I've popped them off multiple times already, but once you figure it out, it works pretty well. Swing that around, that kind of locks into place there. Swing these around for his feet. And Cliff Jumper in robot mode. There he is. This thing is great. It looks kind of goofy, but look at this articulation. Alright, you got the arm here, you got the elbow here. So you got shoulder and elbow movement on this guy. You got the leg, got the thigh, and then you've got knee movement too. So this guy is like, he's almost got articulation in every possible articulated place. I mean, the only thing I would have liked was an articulated head, but none of these guys have that to begin with, so that's not really much to complain about. And then, I don't know what Cliff Jumper's doing with the sword, but he wields it quite well, if I do say so myself. So, let's get these guys set up. There's Cliff, Viacon, and Ratchet. If I can stand him up, he's kind of picky just the way his feet are. He'll just lean over like that for a while. If he even wants to do that. Come on, Ratchet. Alright. And Bumblebee. Nope, there goes Ratchet again. Really. Really cool guys. I didn't care much for the Dark of the Moon Cyberverse. I mean, the Commander figures were cool, like Power Glide and Guzzle. But their Cyberverse Legion class just didn't do it for me. But these guys are really nice. With the odd exception of Bumblebee. I mean, he's cool, but they could have done more with it. I mean, really? Panel behind his head. Come on, guys. Anyway, let's get some scale comparisons in here with these. Alright, we'll start with Viacon, next to first edition Viacon. And let's see here, let's go Bumblebee. With Bumblebee, I shall call him Mini Bee, and he shall be my Mini Bee. Anyway, And then Cliff Jumper and first edition Cliff Jumper. So, hope you liked the review, and I'll see you next time. This has been my little Prime Cyberverse Jamboree.